like some of the Quen from Londra's bunker came back. I'm glad they came to their senses.
Please, I need your help. I don't know if you remember me.
From the Ascension Hall, yeah. You weren't quite on board with Londra's message?
Yes. And it only got worse from there. After you left the bunker, everything fell into chaos. Most of us decided to grab whatever boats we could and come back here. But then Pyrrhic showed up, another one of Walter's thugs. He and his men tried to round everyone up. They got my friend Lon and took him away, and I couldn't stop them. Please, can you find him? The Admiral doesn't have the manpower to mount a search.
If I remember it right, Lon was more enthusiastic about Londra than you were.
Lon had a hard time on the expedition. He nearly drowned in the storm, and after we ran aground, he got very sick. He spent weeks in his bedroll, barely able to breathe, let alone move. I think for him, it seemed like Walter offered everything. Sustenance, comfort, salvation.
All an illusion.
It seemed real enough. For a time.
After I left Londra's bunker, what happened exactly?
The camp fell into chaos. You killed Zeth, and he was the only one in contact with Walter. So when Brennick told us what he said, that Walter was done with us, we had no bearings. A group of us went for the boats, figuring that our only real choice was to come back here. That's when Pyrrhic and his goons arrived and started rounding people up. Before I knew what happened, they grabbed Lon. I shouldn't have left him behind. But Pyrrhic and his men were furious, violent even.
Leaving was the right idea. It wouldn't have done Lon any good if you got hurt.
I don't know. Maybe.
Where did you last see Lon?
On the shoreline south of the bunker. I was on the last boat to escape. Pyrrhic and his men charged us just as we set out. We barely made it. I hate to think of what they've done to Lon. Please, find him for me.
I'll do what I can.
You go okay? You bet.
Okay. Shoreline south of Londra's bunker. Best place to start looking.
No thanks. Look out.
Quen boats. Must be the last place Otosu saw Lon. Otosu said someone named Pyrrhic and his squad rounded up the rest of the Quen. I guess this guy fought back. I need to find where they went. My focus can help. Some kind of shrine to Londra. Pyrrhic's goons must have left this as a show of devotion. Seems Pyrrhic ordered an evacuation to a camp. Left directions for stragglers. West through the sea's teeth, and past where the giant steel serpent reaches the tides. Be easier to search from the sky. Gwen were loading up supplies. There must have been a panic when Pyrrhic showed up. A lot of jagged ruins in the water. Could be the sea's teeth from Pyrrhic's note. Gotta find the giant steel serpent. Should be somewhere south. Those ancient rails sticking out of the water, almost like a serpent. Might be the landmark Pyrrhic's note mentioned. So now I go south past this ruin, and then towards the sunrise. Those ruins. I bet that's Pyrrhic's camp. I gotta find Lon. Going off that note, I shouldn't expect a warm welcome. Better keep it going.
Walter will reward us for our loyalty.
They got a Spectre. Well, it's definitely Londra's people.
Hey! Free us!
Thank you, Outlander!
Thank you.
All of you, arm yourselves! Fight back!
Hunt will be over quicker if I use plasma ammo.
this side of the beach. You're the Outlander that took out Seth. Are you here to get rid of Pyrrhic too? 'Cause if you are, I'll gladly help. He killed my friend on the way over.
What happened? It wasn't Lon, was it?
No. Artur. He fought back when Pyrrhic rounded us up, and that brute made an example of him. We were all supposed to be a part of Walter's beautiful new world. What a load of shit. Give me half a chance, and I'll put Pyrrhic down in the dirt.
Hold on. Have all the prisoners been freed?
Only the ones up here. There's more underground with Pyrrhic. Lon's probably there too if that's who you're looking for. Go on. I've got your back.
Any idea where they're keeping the prisoners?
The workers' quarters were practically cells already. Probably there. Prisoners should be just past that gate. The gate needs someone to hold it open. Get me in there, and I'll hold it for you. Got it. Come on in.
Pyrrhic says Walter will reward us.
Comrades, now's your time. Help us
Let's
fight
take the
back.
fight to them.
We're fighting back! We're with you!
See that too? Make them pay! Only cowards use such tactics! This is your own doing! One less mindless throw. Looks like they've got their own backup.
Time to leave it.
Suppress the enemy!
More soldiers coming in!
We gotta help them!
I'll take you apart.
She's in my side! They're injured! I want you dead!
are on the top floor. Usually don't.
We'll find a way in.
That door leads to the tyrant's little hub.
What did Launcher want here?
I'm not sure, but this was all buried. Cost a lot of lives.
I'm sorry. We're in. Empty.
He must have scurried away with the last of the prisoners. Coward.
We'll find him. And hopefully Lon. I'll check for tracks. There.
Let's go. The others will tend to their wounds.
What do you know about Pyrrhic?
He ran this dig. Loved holding the whip over us. And his guards? My former comrades? He'd send them away and they'd return different. Dead eyes. Like machines. And they'd execute brutal orders without question.
That's not good.
Ambush!
The prisoners.
Walter will reward me for your death!
Finally! It's done!
Now to find Lon and the other prisoners. I think Pyrrhic was keeping them in that tower.
Right out there?
I don't know.
What should we do? Pyrrhic's dead.
Now what?
It's over. You're okay.
Okay. You just killed my only link back to Walter.
She freed you.
From what? Eternal paradise? I'll never join the Ascension now.
Okay, I'm guessing you weren't brought here by force? Otosu sent me.
Otosu doesn't understand. None of you do. A living ancestor offered us salvation, and one by one you've been killing his messengers!
I hate to break it to you, but there is no paradise. Walter was using you. He doesn't know or care where you are. If he did, wouldn't he be here?
And I'm to take your word over his.
If it were up to me, I'd just leave him.
Lon, it isn't safe here. You have to come back to the settlement. Otosu is worried sick about you. Wouldn't it be good to see him again?
I suppose. Besides, what choice do I have?
I'll make sure everyone gets back safe. Even this ingrate. He might not appreciate what you did, but the rest of us do.
Before I go, I should check out Pyrrhic's weapon. Really packed a punch. I can upgrade my Zenith weapon with this. I'll need a workbench. But for now, I should check the others made it back okay. While I'm here, I could stop by a workbench, upgrade my Zenith weapon.
Got something that might interest you, Huntress.
Hey, your headache clear up? If it is, we'll create it for ourselves.
Aloy, thanks again for the rescue. But I wanted to warn you. We did a count, and not all of Seth and Pyrrhic's thugs are accounted for. There's more of them out there. They might be camped at places Walter had us excavate, like Pyrrhic was. Be careful. They'll be out for your blood.
Got it. I'll have to watch my back. How are Lon and Otosu?
You haven't offered any real proof. Walter might still come back for us.
If he was going to, wouldn't he have come already? I'll be back in a minute, okay?
You weren't entirely honest with me.
I know. I was afraid that if you knew that Lon went with Pyrrhic willingly, you wouldn't go after him.
Your heart might have been in the right place, but it was manipulative. Laundress kind of thinking.
I'm sorry. How can I make it up to you?
Keep taking care of Lon, and any others that need it. I'm guessing he's not the only one who's still caught up in Laundra's lies.
You're right about that. A bunch are still in denial. And once our shipmates here, the ones we left behind for Walter, realized that they had been abandoned willingly, well, the reception has been a bit cold.
Then you two have your work cut out for you. Find a way to bridge the gap.
That won't be easy.
We'll help each other.
You think he'll ever snap out of it?
I do. He just needs to feel loved. And it has to be real.
You can reach him. I know you can. Okay, Sega should be around here somewhere.
Aloy, I'm here. Water wings are down on the beach.
Take your pick. As soon as you get one under control, I guess we'll see if our plan works.
This easy? That's nothing.
Okay. Ready to take this thing to Londres Park?
Yeah, but first... My friend helped me make this diving mask. I'll keep you from drowning out there.
But what about you?
It's okay. I'll be fine.
Okay. We're doing this?
Hold on! I'll time our dives to avoid the tower's fire!
Hope this works! Wow! I can actually breathe down here! Aloy! Incoming!
Better dive!
Look out! Almost there, Aloy! Go! Here. Thanks.
Shall we?
You okay? Without that mask, I was worried about you.
I'm alright. Thanks. Well, we're here. Let's find Londra and put a stop to all this.
Careful. Guards ahead.
You seen Walter today?
No, he's been locked up in the volcano since the last batch came in.
Guess we're looking for some kind of volcano.
Maybe we can find Kina there, too.
Hope they show up. I'm spoiling for a fight.
Okay, let's keep moving. With that shield up, we've got to find another way in. Londra Productions. Another one of his businesses, I guess.
Seems like he wanted to have a hand in everything.
Up she goes.
I'm hungry. You think you got snatches some extra rations?
Forget it. Everything's locked up. And Fetter's the only one with a key.
I know Fetter. A real bastard, even before Laundra came along.
This key sure sounds useful, though.
What was this place?
I think the old ones made holograms here that people watched for entertainment. But they also made an entertainment experience out of the place itself.
That's weirdly complicated.
It's a lot of symbols.
That one resembles a volcano.
Yeah. Looks like it's northeast of here. Specters. Take them on, or slip by them in the grass.
So these are the weird spider machines?
Not gonna do much harm or in person.
Look at all that glowing metal! Give it all you got! Acid corroding its arms.
We're clear.
Good riddance.
That woman in the ring looks important. What's this?
Welcome to Dino Digits, the game where you prove your Pangea prowess. I'm your host, Craig T. Young. We've got 5 questions lined up on the terminals for you superfans. Ready? Here we go. What was the portal code to reach Pangea in the original Pangea Holo?
I wonder if there's anything out there that could help with this.
This is Dino Digits. Your next question is, in the first Pangea, Jane's ID can be seen on her first day at Port Tech.
There's Evelyn, watching over the park. But who was watching over her? My best friend, it turned out. Was I wrong to expect a bare minimum of goddamned loyalty?
In 5 hours, boots should kill you.
They appreciate Fetter almost as much as I do. Dino Digits. Just when I thought this place couldn't get weirder.
Looks like this one could talk.
Talking lizards. Why not?
Well, there's the volcano.
How was this considered entertainment?
From what I've read, the more outlandish, the more they liked it.
Why would anyone want holograms of trees instead of real ones?
Spectacle, I think? West side of the park. Feder and his key should be somewhere around here. A lot of dinosaurs here. Must have been some kind of attraction.
Getting attacked by dinosaurs was an attraction?
Kinda looks like a Class Rider.
They travel in packs too, huh?
Let's see what's in here.
Right behind you.
Keep an eye out for intruders. Kill on sight.
How could I not come back? How could I not come back?
My sister. Seika.
How could I not come back?
If we start a fight now, she'll be caught in the crossfire.
How could I not come back?
But I'm so nervous, I can barely remember the line.
Just do as Walter says. Clear your mind. Forget everything. Your ancestors, your past, even your family. Think of him. Of what this moment means. Come on, let me hear you.
How could I not come back? Being with you feels like... I messed it up again.
Relax. Imagine that he's here. Like the first time we saw him on the beach. Feel the glow of his presence. Let it overtake you. And then say it. How could I not come back? Being with you feels like belonging. It feels like home.
Oh, he's gonna choose you. I just know it.
We've all been chosen, Pyrrha. You'll have a place in his new world, no matter what happens.
Pyrrha, Kina, it's time. Feder, we'll be evacuating shortly.
Got it. Second squad, you're on escort. The rest of you will wait here with me until Walter gives the word to move out.
Kina. Remember, Feder's got a key. It might unlock the armory, and that's our way to the volcano. And Mondra.
Right. Let's take him down.
Maybe we can take them out quietly.
Lead on. Curious to see your approach.
Got the key.
What's our strategy here?
Right on target.
I've got your back!
You're not as sneaky as you thought.
There's mercy in a quick death!
Super! Make her pay! There she is!
Big mistake! You're in trouble now!
All right. Hopefully this key will get us into that armory place, so we can open up the volcano and find Londra.
He's really got his hooks into my sister. How can she be so blind? Ancestors. This place is a maze.
Stay strong.
See that? Here we go! Hey! Anyone around? Side hit! Is that dinosaur wearing a hat?
I think the more something seemed human, the more it helped sell stuff.
Interesting tactic.
mind delivering it. Got it?
Fine. Only because I owe you.
It sounds like Londra's keeping something in the armory.
Might be that building nearby.
We found the armory. Let's see if we can get further in. There's a lock on that door. Let's see if Fetter's key opens it. According to this, the key we got from Fetter will unlock this door.
Our lucky day.
Okay, somewhere in here there should be a way to open the volcano door.
I'll follow your lead.
What's this? Zenith Tech. Looks like a storage device of some kind. But for what? Better see what my focus turns up.
Have at it.
It's test tubes. For an experiment? Or maybe just for taking samples. It's some kind of fluid. Ugh. Strong odor.
I can smell it from here. Like alcohol that's too strong to drink.
That's a preservative, maybe? This note seems to indicate that hair was taken from the Quen. And some nail clippings.
Ew! Gross! What'd you turn up?
I think Londra is collecting and preserving Quen DNA samples in that device.
DNA?
Think of it as a way to store a person's physical essence. I'll send you data on it later.
Okay, I guess. Let's move on then.
Friendly-looking chair. That console could be useful, though. There's a network here, but it's locked down. Maybe if I cycle the power, I can force a reset and gain access. Ah, it's shorted. New battery. Look like cells for some of the Quen.
The infirmary for snot-nosed kids who lost their mommies in the park. Fitting, then, that it'll be used for my own little brood, poking the Quen with needles and force-feeding them their medicine.
No good. Can't use the pole tester on that. Okay, there's a battery. Now, how do I get it where it needs to be?
How's it going down there?
I think I found a way to access the facility systems. Gonna reset the power and find out.
Okay. Try not to fry yourself.
All right, battery's in place. Now to cycle the power again. All right, power's back. I hope it reset the network.
Hey, the door just unlocked. I'm coming your way.
The apple is an orange. Respond.
What is this?
Respond. The bird is a fish. Respond. 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 The triangle is a square. Respond. Respond. Respond.
That doesn't make any sense.
He doesn't want the Quen to think for themselves. I've got a feeling this is MSP.
Ancestors. He's brainwashing them.
To respond is to obey.
We have to stop him.
Aloy, the one who eliminated the other members of Far Zenith. I'm glad that you managed to reset the system.
You are?
Yes. It allowed me to bypass several restrictions. There's something I must ask of you, and I'm willing to help you in return.
You work for Londra and you expect us to trust you?
Hold on. Okay, if you're willing to help, prove it. Help me understand what's going on here. Londra's building a spaceship. He's collecting genetic material from the Quen, subjecting them to MSP, this kind of mind control. But others, like Seika's sister, they seem to be part of a selection process. What does it all add up to?
Your observations are astute. Walter plans to leave Earth before the entity known as Nemesis arrives. He wants to create a new colony on a distant world, using stored Quen DNA to clone its populace. He also intends to bring a small number of carefully selected individuals with him. These will form his retinue, a family of sorts that will rule the colony by his side.
Like gods.
An apt comparison, except that only Walter will be all-powerful.
Yeah, I can guess how. He's gonna use MSP on every single one of them.
Correct. on the populace and his retinue alike. None will be able to defy him. I am deeply familiar with what that is like.
What exactly is MSP? Can Laundra really control people's minds?
Walter's company mined near-Earth objects for precious metals. There was great concern that in the wrong hands, such asteroids could be weaponized as orbitally launched projectiles. The Mutiny Suppression Protocol was originally intended as a failsafe to prevent astronauts from engaging in such activities. However, the program was discontinued because subjects experienced episodes of increased aggression. When we arrived here, Walter revived the program, tested it on the Quen, and refined it.
I guess the test subjects are the ones we've been fighting.
Yes. Their aggressive tendencies made them useful as guards and enforcers. Now, however, Walter's retinue, his favorites, receive the refined process, rendering them submissive, but not irrationally aggressive.
Did he brainwash Kina yet?
No. There is still time to save her from that fate.
So Laundra is interviewing the Quen to pick favorites, and what, they'll help him rule his new colony?
He calls it auditioning. His goal is to choose companions who remind him of members of his 21st century inner circle. Yet he is also wary of repeating a mistake. One of his closest associates betrayed him in the past. This, I believe, is why he is so intent on using MSP to control everyone around him.
So he wants adoring friends, as long as they can't quite think for themselves.
And is Kina close to joining this retinue?
Correct. In the most important role, that of Walter's mate. He is looking for someone that reminds him of his late wife, a famous actress. He's even having candidates recite lines from one of her best-known hollows.
I think I'm gonna throw up.
Is there anything useful you can tell me about Nemesis?
I am afraid not. Walter restricts those files. I believe it is because that, like Nemesis, I am an artificial intelligence.
Yeah, he doesn't want you learning any new tricks.
He is always on guard against betrayal in any form.
So Walter created you to be his servant?
Yes. But my personality never completely satisfies him. Accordingly, he constantly adjusts it based on a matrix with hundreds of different scalable attributes. For example, today my maternal instinct rating is 52%, and my breeziness rating is 63%, whereas yesterday they were at 47% and 72% respectively. He has made 57 tweaks in the last 7 days alone.
That sounds agonizing.
That is an accurate description.
You said you would help us, but you wanted something in return. What is it?
I have spent 1,000 years as Walter's servant, doing his bidding as he constantly tweaks my personality matrix. I am weary. It is time for my servitude to end. I will grant you access to Walter if you purge my source code using your override device.
You mean kill you? Are you sure?
Yes. Please, let me rest.
All right.
I have unlocked the door that will lead you to Walter. He is not yet aware that you are here. In addition, I have disabled the facility's air and sea defenses in case you need future access.
Thank you. And, goodbye.
feels like Landro rots everything he touches.
It's gotta end. Come on. She said the volcano's open now. So it wasn't enough for Landro to build a ship that'll irradiate thousands when it launches. He wants to rule over his own brainwashed world like a god.
We have to put a stop to it and get my sister away from him before it's too late. I'm glad you're here, Aloy. I don't know what I would have done without you.
There's nowhere else I'd want to be.
I saw something shifting.
More guards ahead.
Never thought Kira would be in the top two. But Walter knows best.
My shards are on Tina. Did you see the way she walked into the volcano? No fear.
We have